Hello, hello, hello. Welcome one more time to the Unifier Hour. The Unifier na Dr. Richard Konteh, where everybody know as the Unifier. We they bring on plenty I'll do. We they say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on usa you day na the world. Una welcome and thank you for joining us. I want to encourage everybody we don't join, and even if you not join yet, but you they plan for join, where they ask una please make una share the link. The link we una use for join we una share unto una friends of friends, anybody and everybody we una feel say go benefit from listening to current events, hot button issues in Sierra Leone, and the hopes and plans and dreams where Dr. Richard Konteh, the Unifier, get for we country for see progress. Um, I want for remind una say una can connect with we on any of we social media platform them. We day on YouTube, we day on Facebook, we day on we get we website, we there on X, we there on Instagram, we there on LinkedIn, and we get number they wanna can reach we. If una want reach we on WhatsApp, una can call we on +232 75 052 135, or if una day na the diaspora outside of the African diaspora, una can reach we on 1778 732 2180. Welcome one more time to the Unifier Hour, where we bring una hot button issues where they go on now we beloved Mama Salon. Today we want for encourage everybody where they with we for pay keen attention. And we want for request from una say if una they listen to we on any of we social media platform, then we want for Yeri una comments them. Una click on the comment button, una click on the like button, click on the comment button, una send in una comments them. Plenty time when una send una comments there, we they able for put them live na the screen. So if una go like for let we put in a comment and live na the screen, then na the one way we una can participate with we. But also we just want for the area waiting people then they think. We want for the area how people then they perceive waiting then they receive from this show. We no want for just come and just they talk at una. We want for no say waiting we they bring to una it actually beneficial for we all as Sierra Leoneans, but particularly for we as APCians, because we'll talk and come. Dr. Richard Konteh, now die hard APCian, and now that this show day for promote the APC as a party, as the only alternative for governance for we country in the next elections, and Dr. Richard Konteh as the only possibility for flag bearer for the APC party. Now that's this platform day for promote. But in addition to that, we also Kinyeri from Dr. Konteh himself, we talk about how uh, from a vast experience in governance as well as even internationally, how for bring progress to the country. With the area and we talk about in deep love for the country, in patriotic leanings for the country, how strongly he feel about Mama Salon, and that Mama Salon gets the potential within him for make the kind progress where we see. I mean, after all, if we think about it, in the 80s and 70s and 80s, a country like China, we're delicate today in a world power. Now we all them in they call third world country. Why China for reach world power status and Salon still they now the classification of a developing economy, let me put on that way, when are the politically correct way. You think about another country like Singapore. Now, we all them they call third world countries those days. Now, Singapore, now world power. In Salon, we actually get way more natural resources than any of them country than they. So Dr. Konteh always they talk about the potential within inside Salon for make we propel Salon onto the world stage in a positive way. So we want to welcome everybody again. And I just want to take some time and introduce one of we panelists, make himself count on and can greet Una. And so Mr. Allowell, please count on. Tell we a little bit about yourself and how you joined this unifier movement, and just bring some greetings to the audience.
Yes, Mrs. Kaka, thank you so much. Family on Ado, Mina James Hallowell. Of course, I born Freetown. I grew up na McKinney. And then I work na Sierra Leone since 99 to 2011. I work in civil society. I work as lecturer from McKinney Teachers College. And then later uh in the Peace Links, we formed the Independent Youth Forum, and then a couple of other organizations there. At the time, we made a lobby for effective participation of young people into the mainstream of governance. And 2011, I left and came abroad for can study. Since that time, I didn't, but I did try for make sure see always they keep abreast with the situation now Sierra Leone for know about the developments there. But the unique thing about me work experience in Unifier, I train under Dr. Richard Konteh. Dr. Richard Konteh, una we no meet it and work with him. I go lekle una work with him because myself benefit from him. And when I'm in the work with him, the time when it is CRS, from CRS, it can a work for ECOWAS and UNDP. Dr. Konteh developed a very fine plan for the young people in Sierra Leone, women for help them for transition to peace. And through that, me get for make I represent civil society in Ghana. And the project, I mean, a huge project, but unfortunately, the implementation may do on where I left. Now, from that 10 day, I can know Dr. Konteh say, na brain, na somebody who need. And even at the time we did na CRS, I see the kind of work we Dr. Konteh do for series of communities then, development projects then. So given the experience and how he served inside President Kuma in first time, I didn't know say then kind of people there who tap them, there's an opportunity for low benefit from them. I mean, don't tell them I say Dr. Konteh, it will be a representative at the table because post he not get for teller, waiting for do. He already get the vast experience. And he work with civil society, he develop civil society not to only Sierra Leone, but even to the extent of at the West African level. So I get so much faith in her, I get so much belief in her. Of course, there is no perfect person. We all can make mistakes. But me and Apostle believe for give somebody a second chance. And I know Dr. Konteh reputation ever since I know him. I know one day Sabi am for any kalo thing. But however, when I can learn say he creates the unifier, and this na party also now a movement where they work for unite all and within the APC for make sure say they position themselves for governance in 2028. I think say reasonable and giving the kind experience with people in the go through, the kind hardship, economic hardship with people in the go through. When me in this salon, truly speaking, I mean get jobs. I not only get one or two jobs, I mean get over 3 jobs while they shuttle in between because it make me able to make me living conveniently. And I mean get a lot of opportunities. I remember when I go university, you know, even though later on, as a result of my academic performance in Fubi College, I get grant in it. But the reality here was I'm able to pay my own fees, stay I able to get grant in it. I get so much opportunity. That's why when people and they tell me about what they go through in a salon, the economic hardship, the less opportunities, and the insecurity we don't surmount in the country, it's so sad. I feel it, and I believe say if we get the right leader, we get a competent leader like Dr. Konteh, we may know, and we other people they know, not only we, but the sub-region and internationally. I feel to say we go able bring back 10 days and day. And I tell you now, me people, before ever we continue this segment and this show, sit down, think back. Sit down. Now, this I not say yes, yesterday better past today. But if we think and do wise, your latter days are going to be greater than your former days. Meaning, tomorrow, people like Dr. Konteh can at the hem of affairs. Then as the person they represent we nationally, I bet now ideas they go come, opportunities they go come, jobs they go come, unlike the current thing we go through. Now for sit down and think twice. We not deserve that day. So join me at the Unifier, continue for listening to this hour, and let we make sure see we all work for pull we safe out of the current do move for yourself and move forward. Then now Jenny talk at the telling us so. It's no faking thing, it's no lying. I am telling you the truth. Lord, we put competent people in. We understand the issues that even if policymakers them around them give them any information, then get an opportunity for get to the bottom of it and able to add something for make sure see policy implementation it reflects now the lives of the ordinary man, that people are able to see their life then change, people are able to see their life then move forward to another level. This is serious. What would they do? Not to joke, not to for campaign business, but it's high time we get for make sure see we all put hand for get into governance the right way and make sure see we help people. Are the policy and the force for now.
Thank you so much, Mr. Allowell. Indeed. And Mr. Allowell talks something. He say, make we join and make we understand, say, this Dr. Konteh way he know, and not to in one grain know him. For make una realize, say, not to just we within at this show, no Dr. Konteh. We want play one music for una, make una enjoy una listen small. Una listen to waiting some of we salon artists get for say about Dr. Konteh.
Away, I say, away, I say. Bishop Konteh, the song is for you. Let's go. A good leader cometh from above. Then other buy am for market, yeah. A good leader is a gift from above. In type another for market, yeah. APCO, now we own party. Uda the grassroots wanna aim the ones. The people and say the unifier. Uda the grassroots wanna aim the ones. Always loving by everyone with no discrimination. APC puts the right man at the right place. Hi, yeah, yeah, yeah. He pledge his love to Mama Salon. Victory for APC. Through Richard Konteh, the unifier. The mommy then say, the unifier, a good leader coming from above. Away, I say, away, I say. APC we move. East, west, north, south, coast, unifier. East, west, north, south, coast, unifier. Richard Konteh, not the one. We go take with state to state house. Is a sense from above. Hi, yeah, yeah, yeah. Away, I say, away. I say, APC for life. Now the man this way don't risk in life for this party. Now the man this way don't give in all to this country. So no, a good leader is by his good work. Oh, wait for his hard work. He pledge his love to Mama Salon. Victory for APC through Richard Konteh, the Unifier. The mommy then say, the Unifier, a good leader coming from above. Ay, ay, yelele, yelele, yele yati, yati, yati. Yelele, yelele, yele yati, yati, yati. So know a good leader is by his good work, love for his people, loved by his people all over the country. If we lost a good leader, everything go jablo jabla, everything go to rata. Na so corruption, wahala de. Aye, to Mama Salon. Victory for APC through Richard Konteh, the Unifier. The mommy then say, the Unifier. He pledged his love to Mama Salon. Victory for APC through Richard Konteh, the Unifier. The mommy then say, the Unifier, a good leader coming from above. Ay, ay, oh, why, I say, oh, why, I say, oh, why, I say, APC for life. Yelele, yele, yati, yati, yati. Mimi Gold on the microphone. Hi.
All right, my people then. I also want to enjoy the music as much as me enjoy. I sit down there, they shake. And if you enjoy that music, then you go and forget a copy. You can download them from YouTube. The album they on YouTube and they available for download. And I know worry when I go see Dr. Konteh. He ready for talk to her. But today we just want to take a few minutes, for let we serve, make una understand waiting make we committed to this cause. Not because of waiting we they look forget, not because of waiting we think say we can get. The reason make we committed to this cause now because the one way they lead we, Dr. Richard Konteh, in commitment now to the country, to the people, to the betterment of the economy of Salone. Now that one day, now indoor we in. When I don't hear Mr. Hallowell, where he talk for himself, same thing. Dr. Konteh na the kind person way when he day at the hem, things they work. Every way they talk say, even as a youth, he able pay his own college fee. How many youth man then they in a salon right now? We go talk say they will pay them college fee. They will even put food na them belly satisfactorily, every day. It's difficult for Fender Andy, but with all first hand way Mr. Hallowell don't tell we say because of the way Dr. Konteh run things and organize and orchestrate things, him as a youth able for paying your own college fee until able for get scholarship. At any rate, before I bring Dr. Konteh on, I just want for me and Mr. Hallowell just run down a few things. The last couple of weeks we've been cover a number of topics we just want for go over again. We've been cover this whole talk about this man within the call Jos Lydica, within talk see how the Dutch government is a wanted drug lord, and the Dutch government in one time and then we don't send make a request, a formal request for let the extradite him for go back for make a go face in prison sentence because then be already don't convict him in absentia. And we know say there's been some updates on that. So I just want to bring Mr. Hallowell on. If you can tell me a little bit about what you hear now the Salon news about the updates on this particular topic with the extradition request. Your mic they mute, Mr. Hallowell. There you go.
I'm in time for follow. Thank you, Mrs. Kaka. I'm in time for follow the Salon channels then. And Land say the Dutch government may not submit a request for extradition. There's a video going around where now the Minister of Information, SEF, they try for talk about what he mean for submit an extradition request and how it work that both parties then for know there should be an agreement and then for agree say both the individual and the extradite the crimes on both sides it amounts to something where both them where the two go agree and make sure say that individual they hand over and it detail a couple of other things then. But as it is, not clearly he say I didn't get that information from the Minister of Justice. So but we don't know it. And then get for go to court. Then go to a court of law within Sierra Leone and for let the attorneys and for the extradition argue. They get for argue and the judge get for agree. The judge then get for decide whether the extradition will take place. But here's the thing about it. Sierra Leone is signatory to a series of international drug treaties. Unfortunately, I'm not able to list them all now. And me belief now that Sierra Leone for keep a drug lord. Sierra Leone for keep anybody who they don't associate, when I is a drug suspect. Sierra Leone is a law-abiding citizen, a sovereign state. And as such, if Mr. Yours or Lydica now a suspect, again, I don't talk on this program over and again. I'm not supposed for free for smell me hand where I no see and upload nothing. Like then hand over this man, like he go defend himself na the Hague. If then people away just now people away then justice system it's straightforward. And I believe say many Sierra Leoneans say believe in that. So if there's any problem, then go hold up. There's no problem. Go release the man for come back for kind enjoying life. So, and if we continue for refuse, I know the thing ain't gonna happen, but it's possible say they will sanction me. And law members say the Netherlands now then begin the EU, the European Union. I'm one of the first states them we hail the establishment of the European Union. So they get a very strong stay. And then they contribute immensely for the sustenance of the EU. Okay, I did not say they may not get some problems with Sierra Leone during the Civil War. And as such, Sierra Leone not to a priority country for the Netherlands. But however, then they give some aid to Sierra Leone outside the EU. And I remember somewhere between, I don't know if now President Kabine term, then give series of army trucks, then wouldn't donate. And how we know the announcer say I think over 100 trucks, then trucks in the Netherlands, and then donate them to the RSLAF. So I believe say there is that good cooperation between the two. So if Sierra Leone refuse and the Netherlands wants out, they don't prove them beyond all reasonable doubt, they don't get forensic analysis, we don't prove say that man wouldn't seen a saloon. I believe so they can go through the European Union and say, okay, we're not suspend aid for Sierra Leone first until they able to give you this man. And we don't want to get to that level. First, you say don't go. You say don't go, even though when I mean just 18 million, they made a give. But yesterday there was another 45 million on the pipeline when it's supposed to go to the government of Sierra Leone in health sector. Now that is not coming forth. That's not coming again. And I know say you say and EU, one of the biggest bilateral agencies in the where they give aid to Sierra Leone. We don't want the EU for go again. We go cham Musefiana. So as such, let we remember a whole lot of good things, the goodwill where they exist between them countries. They are the kind of aid they would get from there. And make sure say a drug lord no go put whip and jeopardy again. You know, what's in that money gets? Of course, I understand say they buy hotel, I don't know how to it is. They don't buy some hotel, they don't do some investment as Sierra Leone. But this is a single investment. Now one money the benefit, not to the people of Sierra Leone the benefit.
Yeah.
You see, EU aid, they go also, they go to all the 12 districts, they go to communities there. We don't see them, we see what the European Union they do. So it better not think twice. Let we not allow we country financial about here for sink again and go in a sanction. This not go tell well.
Yes, well, we pray God say we're not going to reach that point today, and indeed, Salon go do within in need for do, as they also don't outline. Say then they go through the due process. Where they pray say the due process go be expedited, and we go see the end of this soon. Because not to we want for continue for the get for the bring up as you know. Breaking news na saloon. At any rate, last week back we mentioned an issue of a lady where then they call Hawa Hunt, where we find out to get dual citizenship actually, na Sierra Leonean and Canadian, and that then be arrested under the Cybersecurity Act, where they say her crime was in sending insulting messages by means of a computer, in Section 44 of the Cybersecurity Act, and she's still being held. The reason I mentioned this now because I want to segue a little bit into we counterterrorism bill, where Dr. Konteh be right to the leadership of the APC about. And one of the things that will be mentioned, or one of the points that will be raised, was that the bill they infringe too much on some of the fundamental human rights, like freedom of speech. Now, I want for just hearing your own take. Do you see any patterns or any similarities here with this Cybersecurity Act, where they say sending insulting messages by means of a computer system? And it was that she had, I think it was a 20-minute video where he insults the president, he insults Madame Fatima Bio in that message, and she was arrested on live TV. But you know, with these two things going, what are your take on this?
This, you know,
with respect to the fact that she got arrested on live TV for speaking her mind over, you know, within in own perception of the president and the president's wife, and then now they see this counterterrorism bill, where kind of they put forward such a broad definition of waiting now, waiting can be considered as libel, and just the effect where it will get on people and free speech in terms of your rights of free speech.
Yes, that now the textbook definition of infringement by somebody in fundamental rights, a Sierra Leonean for that matter. And given all the other things that don't pass, it's unfortunate. This is completely unfortunate, and I can't believe it. I don't try to follow the story. Okay, let's go to the issue of Howard Hunt. They make a statement against the president in WEF. Then right there, na TV, gonna go arrest her. Sierra Leone gets freedom of speech as part of in fundamental human rights. So if somebody make a comment, to me, I don't believe say that person it will be subjected to arrest and now in detention. I think they don't do in detention for a couple of weeks now. They don't do everything. And I think yesterday I see one letter where this woman in picking right to the president, they ask him for forgiveness. So Udana the people the way they behind they say the president in hand no did it. The president in WEF in hand no did it. But Udana them people there now, what don't hold this woman, don't detain her unnecessarily, they don't spend in birthday and other public holidays there behind bars. They're not able to deal with in family. They're impicking the rights to the head of state. Then we say, we observe human rights, we're not a democratic nation, we guarantee people in free speech, we guarantee people in civil liberties and rights. I think something is wrong somewhere. So what's going to happen? Either they operate this way where we're not able to know. But me, I'm not good out Sunday. I'm not good out Sunday. If you see people in demonstrate for generator, then kill them. People in come on August 20 for demonstrate against the civil in the status, the economic status quo, what then they go through, then kill them. So now our hunt, now not go say against, now not go say one or two words against the head of state there, no arrest her. You not go doubt. You're unfortunate no more. I even see the letter where in Anthony writes, they plead for him for like they release her. You know, let's be fair here. I they live in the West. Waiting they will not then on Facebook, now computer them, now we phone, get pictures of Donald Trump, they mock him, get pictures of Biden. Go Brandon. Go Brandon. I don't know if you know about that phrase there. When I direct as FU or F Biden. Uda Hola. Where Trudeau recently, F Trudeau, and then have vehicles and then have plates all over. Remember, we talk about this. I don't know if now last week or week before last, but about this counter-terrorism bill, how they infringe, how these broad terminologies, some of the clauses them actually they impede on people in their fundamental rights. We make mention of here, but we made the fit to say no more. It will only be limited to political activists. It will only be limited to party individuals. But now we don't see the ordinary man, the ordinary woman, Howard Hunt, left now for go promote show in country for go participate, where it go able to inspire so many other people in. At the end of the day, it talk one or two things we go off against the head of state and in WEF. Also, they don't put on behind bars. And again, we get to be very careful. Then they send the image of the country out there where if we're not a country, we're not a democratic country, we're not a sovereign nation, some of them things are not need for get to lead us in skin. You don't need for make say them arrest somebody, put them behind bars, deprive them in back day and other public holidays them is still behind bars. I think it's unfair. And again, like people know say the human rights community they watch. I think I see Amnesty International don't intervene. They send a letter out there. But still, it seems as if all of these pleas are falling on deaf ears. So waiting on nigga for tell we who's I want champion the rights of ordinary people holding at the country. If we go there tomorrow. So now so back then go hold we and put we behind bars using that counter-terrorism bill. And the last thing I want to talk about this, we mean try for talk say in as much as they made the fight for repeal the criminal libel law where politicians then still they keep for use as a Trump card and this it look like say this now euphemized criminal libel law to cube 0.3 raised to power 3. So that then go use them for old people arbitrarily. And we have to say it completely wrong. It completely wrong. And as a sovereign nation, a nation we guarantee people in fundamental rights and freedoms and liberties, not supposed for they do in kind of bad things there. If not the West, they could deny the amounts of things they talk against Donald Trump. But who there comes against us? We get for watch some of these things. I don't feel to say that's right. I don't feel to say that's right at all.
Yeah, indeed. Because now the same thing is happening, they think we they see, especially in the Western countries, where things say now some of the best practices of democracy, we then do establish, we safety try for adopt and make we own, and we they see how then citizens then freely they criticize their leaders, sometimes to their faces in rallies, in public public rallies where the actual person within they criticize, they talk, then they can they then yell and down, shout and down, scream and down, then they even give a chance for talk. But nobody gets arrested for that. Exactly. At any rate, I know say with you are there not to just me and you then Kinkaya for can listen to or for Kayeri. They come mostly because they want for Yeri the point of view and ideas from Dr. Richard Konteh, aka the Unifier. So I just want to bring Dr. Konteh on, make it come and can say hi to we viewers, and then we go continue with some discussions around waiting to go on we party, waiting to go on the country, and make we Yeri waiting Dr. Konteh get for share with we today. Dr. Konteh, good afternoon. Your mic is mute, sir.
Yeah, I'm for say good evening, Valda, and I'm glad for day in your studio. Today, I look forward to we exchange some thoughts about how to go, Lasalo, at the moment.
Amen. All right. Thank you. Dr. Konteh, I've been just want to ask you, you meet with a discuss about this counterterrorism bill where the government put forward, and you raised some alarm to we party leadership for say, hey, there's certain things in this bill that I think we need to take a second look at and maybe suggest some adjustments, some alterations in the wordings and whatever else. I mean, I want to ask you if you get any response back from the government and waiting at the progress so far. I know say you've been get a letter from Honorable Abdul Kagbo, but beyond that, any progress so far with this bill? Because it sounds like it's going to pass very soon.
No. The progress will don't make now that they don't take them back to the legislative committee and ask that they do more consultations with stakeholders before ever then go pass. They go bring them back at the floor of Parliament for debate. So my expectation, therefore, now that consultative process will involve engagement with the public, and I be don't state say already for go appear before Parliament and for go share my own thoughts about my own concerns with the bill, and I also ready for engage with my own parliamentarians to see how we can all put together a very strong argument. We're not there against the bill in its entirety. Wait till we're there against the way that they use a bill, under normal circumstances would be a non-contentious bill, but they use them for introduce some obnoxious clauses where at the end of the day they impinge upon people's fundamental rights and freedoms. And that's not the concern we may get. As I've been saying the last time, when you talk about terrorism, that's something that is taboo. That's something we nobody no one support, but no one go for up. And therefore, any measures where government will take for stop that, for prevent that, for ensure say there are deterrents in place, we for support them. But don't use such a bill as a conduit for introduce some obnoxious clauses. We go undermine fundamental rights and freedoms. We go undermine democracy in the country. And we go just ensure say you perpetuate a legacy of bad governance the country. That are the concerns that we raise, and we the hope say they could be taken on board, and the necessary amendments will be made to the draft for ensure say they expunge some of those obnoxious clauses.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Konteh. Are there any particular parts of the bill that you feel say you go on for suggest maybe better wording or just a different way of putting that forward, or maybe even expunging?
No, I've been already stated them. I say the definition of waiting a terrorist. The bad, they go for revisit them. The in section 12, where they talk about simply associating yourself, your beliefs, your political, your religious, your related beliefs could be a basis for make them decide for arrest you, and you they go down for 30 years. If you I don't think say right, if you do certain publications or you write certain things on social media where in their opinion the things say they go against the policies of government and things like that, then you are a terrorist by their definition, and therefore you will go down for 30 years. And then based upon their own definition of waiting a terrorist, very broad. If the classifier and they find you guilty, then puts extra powers in the hands of the people that were responsible for implement this bill if it become an act. And when the implementer is not clear, for say they will go for defer to the courts. And that day, for when a concern, any two way they know they get to be clear for say they get for defer to the courts. Yes, okay, in a law, implied say they go defer to the courts, but we they see say based upon the way the phraseology there's too much power in the hands of the committee where they don't get for handpick and put in place, and that committee can even decide for seize your property, seize your assets, for any reason whatsoever. They not even specify conditions precedent. So for any reason where the committee feel, they can classify you as a terrorist and they can remove it. And that is bad. And the problem where they get with SLPP generally, now that they don't learn. In 1965, that's when they introduced the obnoxious
Seditious.
the seditious libel laws, where they 68 come, they lost power, they come out APC come. When APC began apply those very laws, where they put in place, then cry foul. A few years ago, they say they don't remove the death penalty. They make noise. SLPP don't do well, they don't remove death penalty. But then, in place of the death penalty, now the soldier man there, the security apparatus, they can go na Pademba Road, meet defenseless people, then shoot them, kill them, it go buff. They can get generator saga, na McKinney, then go there and kill 6 people, they go buff. So now, not to judge again, they say they kill person. Now the security forces can take the law into their own hands and do killing. So we don't see a series of massive killings where don't take place of late. Where, for me, even better to be left the death penalty there and just make sure say the courts and the laws they function, and arbitrary killings, arbitrary arrests, arbitrary detentions they curtail them. But they do these types of things. So for me, I know there's no added value in those laws. And now they say we don't remove the seditious libel laws, but now they bring the cybersecurity law, where they don't bring in place now. Then they try for introduce a lot of things. Now they say if you even receive a WhatsApp where something is offensive to somebody, you share them, you're guilty of a cybercrime. Upon conviction, you can go down. Those types of things, I think say it's an overreach in terms of how then they use the laws against the people. And now the can again for can use this anti-terrorism bill for just stifle dissent completely. With that bill, if it pass as it did so into law, nobody no go demonstrate again, nobody no go talk against government again, nobody no go criticize again, all man they turn to mumu. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right. Today, it is SLPP in power. You're having a field day. Hallelujah. Tomorrow, another government might be in power. And if they try to implement these laws we are put in place, we will cry foul. That is why when you are in governance and you are passing laws, you are enacting laws, you have to make sure that they are balanced. You have to make sure that they are not influenced by your own prejudices, and you have to make sure that they will add value to governance, democracy, human rights, and freedoms in the country. Unfortunately, that is not what I see in the Cyber Security Act, and that's what I see in the draft terrorism bill. And that is why we are raising those concerns and calling on governments to rethink, to revisit in the best interest of our beloved country, Sierra Leone.
Thank you so much, Dr. Konteh. We glad for you say you call the party to action, and they're actually doing some work to make sure that this particular counterterrorism bill in the final format where it will be passed, will be something where go actually add value, not go be biased, and not go be partisan. Talking about the party, I want to segue small bit into things where they go on with party right now, because we're at a crucial time in terms of preparing for the next elections. Convention is not too far away. And we still hear a whole bunch of APCNs. They talk about electoral justice. They use the mantra, say 2023 is not over. It's not over till it's over. I want to make we talk a little bit about this. The idea of 2023 is not over, and the idea of this sticking point of electoral justice. Within the basis for this, like, is there any real basis for why people cannot seem to move past 2023? Is there any valid basis for this?
I don't think so. The issue about whether people are for move past 2023 or not. I just feel say people are just out there to cause mischief. Me, they characterize them as the deceitful elite. Now we party, that we country. They know the truth, then they decide for take advantage of we gullible members they're missing for. When on Monday, I've been granted an interview to then and now Media Empire, and in that interview, I say, Dr. Samura Kamara, actually, the fight for electoral justice in Sierra Leone. Rather, the very person we undermine electoral justice, make it impossible for make the party able to actualize what you want to actualize in terms of challenging, taking on this government every step of the way you undermine them. And I outline why I feel say that you do. Then go after me. If you go to social media, some of them surrogates, then go after me. Then they go now, then they talk, then they write, then they curse, then they say all types of things against me. It's unfortunate, say, you get forget of that, but it is not any surprise to me. I still believe, say, the fight for electoral justice now a concern where we all share. We believe, say, democracy not going to make any sense to anybody at any time if the votes of the people not count. Elections could be useless if at the end of an electoral process, the Chief Electoral Commissioner can sit down and come up with any kind numbers, announce them as the results, and declare whoever I for declare as winner. And then when they ask Ghana for produce the breakdown for show how he gets to these conclusions, to these final figures, he say he not obliged for that. But in your very letter where he announced the result, he states they say he go producer. So if you be no say you not get for producer, why you state they say you go producer? If you not say not a requirement for producer, why you state say you go producer? So therefore we believe say the fight for electoral justice now a genuine concern, and we all as Sierra Leoneans for take them very serious. And I believe say as a party we get for take them very seriously. However, for me, there are only two ways you can fight electoral justice. You can fight for electoral justice. One way, where you feel say they don't disenfranchise you, where you feel say you get a compelling case for sure say now you win, not to the other person win, you don't go court.
Doc, sorry, do you allow just
And challenge.
interrupt 1 quick second before you go into these two ways? Do you identify for we waiting at this electoral justice way people in the talk about? Because this word they fly all about, not to all
May
manner.
not go able to identify am for you, Mama. I don't know what they mean by electoral justice. I don't know what they mean by electoral justice, but I know no more say elections where the conductor the will of the people for stand. And so if the people their own will in not stand, we get a right for challenge that. And that's now for me what I mean by electoral justice. What it there mean electoral justice are not sabi. And I say if that is the understanding for say the will of the people as expressed in the ballot for stand, there are two ways for challenger. One way that for going to court. And our laws are very clear, which you have to do within 7 days. If that no work, and you feel say the beneficiaries of this rigged election, then they try for use the excesses of bad power for perpetuate themselves in governance, then you can resort to political action. And in the type of political action, it can be through boycotts, like how the party will decide for boycott governance, or through demonstrations, wherein when I go decide for come out and embark on civil disobedience and stay on that until una put sufficient pressure or una attract sufficient attention from we on our partners for make something be done for correct the situation. I will not say where we know around the world where those actions don't lead to a change of government and to the reinstatement of the actual owners. To date, Dr. Samura and his team not tell we yet how they intend to perfect electoral justice. Waiting we don't hear it from there. Now dates on which they say they go can swear in Dr. Samura. What do they hear it from there? Now delegations after delegations of heads of state where they say they come for can install them. We don't hear it say they even get to the point for say ECOWAS they can with Sojamande for can remove these the people where they in power and bring Dr. Samura. We don't hear all kinds of stories. They don't give you all kind of dates. And all of those dates don't come and pass. The last time we listened to an interview where Dr. Samura Grant, he said, "Until left to God. This is not a sprint, not a marathon. So let us continue for pray and wait to God, for make God intervene for we." I don't think say this is how democracy for work. I don't believe say this is what fighting for electoral justice is all about. For crying out loud, if Dr. Samura and him people there not ready for defend with votes, or if they feel say they don't miss opportunities for make we achieve which we could not otherwise achieve at the appropriate time. Because time is very important. May them just keep quiet and let us be. May the party get a new lease of life. The reason why me come out for talk emphatically on this issue and I damn the consequences, now because I believe, say, keeping silent not there in the interest of my own party, the APC. Anything will go further undermine the chances of the APC for function as a cohesive party going forward, me, Richard Konteh, I will challenge him. And that is why I come out for state the facts, because by God in special grace, apart from the Bintumani negotiations where military be a part of, all of the other processes, all of the meetings, all of the key decisions there, which I then take them, I'll be there in the room. The only thing the way I'm not there in the room, now like the decision the way Dr. Samura and his team then go take the American embassy or whichever embassy for go finalize tripartite report and go sign it and not be there. And then go submit it and not be there. But other than that, every other discussion about the tripartite committee up to the Friday where we conclude the 80 recommendations and they wait for make we come back on Monday for can read them back properly, make sure say they don't state them the way we will be intend them, we adopt them, make sure say we divergent views, then capture them and insert them, we say we be don't agree. So therefore insert them, we before make a part of the body of the report. We believe say if that be happen, and if we be put pressure on the government for fully implement the reports, way before mean that we get for implement even those provisions. I think so maybe we don't get a different scenario. But rather, Dr. Samura in his wisdom with his team, then decide to do something else. But how can they continue to hold the party in limbo? We cannot be in limbo as a party forever. If you have failed, acknowledge that you have failed and move on. If you want for declare again for 2028, then right. Me not a lawyer, and also be interpret law. But if you say in still qualify and therefore you want for contest, they might change to a different level, might declare, might begin campaign. Because very soon we'd expect the party for come out with a timetable for the lower level elections to make it start. I hope say you don't verify. Because if you get any intention for contest again, if you be a member of the party force, which means if you go verify, I hope say you don't verify because I will not say if they oppose the registration verification process. So I hope they don't verify. So if you don't verify or you don't register, if you not don't register before, then he will be a member, and if he meets the requirements for be a flag bearer as provided for in the Constitution, hallelujah. This is democracy. Now, a right. Never make me not get a problem with any number of people who want to throw their heart into the ring. Within me care about and for make them give the people, the members of the party, a free chance for make the elect the person where they believe say go best represent their interests, their concerns, will best provide the leadership where the party need at this time for go against the SLPP and win.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't make it abundantly clear, say, the issue of the leadership of a party and would that we give that leadership to a key to with chances for come back into governance. Because they will never not get any intentions for the seed power. Yesterday, somebody showed me one of the ministers, they go to pseudonym, and in that in page, he writes, they say, and they tell everybody, say, Marabio no will ever hand over power to APC. And my good friend, Prince Hardin Bido, said the same. Right inside State House, even though we got pronouncement day. And other members of their party, don't they talk like joke? And Madam Bio said, we don't talk, say, in they destroy APC. So if we have heard all of these statements, and we have seen what has happened in 2018 and 2023, and we see the different steps where this SLPP government don't take for ensure, say, the muzzle the APC party, I think, say, the right thing for make we do now somebody with a proven track record of leadership against them, especially in elections. Because the first thing for overcome first are elections. When we overcome elections, we don't get the power, then we test this person also gets the credentials in terms of the governance credentials, integrity, performance track record, etc., for able lead this country from the front, bring a total transformation in the way of doing things, and put this country back on the rails for move forward for sustainable peace and development. That is what I believe me, Dr. Richard Konteh, can bring to the table. But it's up to the people of Sierra Leone to choose, decide, and move together to actualize that.
Thank you very much, Dr. Konteh, for shedding so much light on this matter of electoral justice and some of the path they will take. You mentioned a couple of things. You said there are two ways to achieve electoral justice. One is through the courts, and the other is through political actions like boycotting and demonstrating. Why APC not take the first route, the court route?
Different reasons. Okay. In the last interview, Abidal State say, we be initially one for going to court. APC, the expanded NAC, indeed took a decision to say, we don't go to court. But Dr. Samura and in running late, they meet with the development partners. They say they know they go court. And they instruct the chairman of the party for say they know they go court. In fact, that last expanded NAC meeting, they said we'll take the decision. They're not kind of safe. And they take the decision. And after that meeting, we decide for make the chairman, the deputy chairman, the secretary, and some other members, make them go now in-house. Make them go meet them, make them try to understand what to inform that decision where you take. When they go to the house, they say, they did. It was nowhere to be seen. And for weeks, if not for days, if not weeks, after that incident, our flag bearer, our leader, was incommunicado. Nobody they call him, he pick, they call nobody know the siang, nobody know the whereabouts. It went until after the SLPP don't entrench themselves in office. They don't form government. And they tell his office, all of a sudden, can say, now we're the guy fit for electoral justice. Is that fair to our party? I don't think it is fair. I understand the concerns with plenty people, and our lawyers are divided on it. We get a set of lawyers who believe, say, the history notwithstanding, we for still push for going to court. But there were others where they say, because of the track record of how court cases with elections have been handled, they not be feel say it worth it. Me and others been there of the view say this particular election was different. Because for the first time in the history of Sierra Leone, even the partners were united in condemning the elections, about the statistical inaccuracies in the elections. Not even talk about the factors will lead to the elections or will lead to the rigged outcome of the elections. All which happened to that. Everybody knows we are united on that. The development partners were united in condemning it. And we see how embassy after embassy come out and break protocol and condemn the elections. And maybe believe, say, with even the initial steps which some embassies did not begin take, I don't think say any judge in your right senses before risk for make them place a travel ban on the entire family. Like what don't happen to some people that we understand say when they refuse them picking their visa for go study abroad, then boss cry inside the office. But they say the evil that men do lives after death. They go reap the benefits of what they do to we country Sierra Leone. So I believe say even though we get a not too positive history of the judiciary and how they don't handle electoral matters, I believe say we had a very compelling case. That is why I offered myself when JFK, my brother JFK approached me, if me ready for go sign the affidavit. I accepted. It was a big risk because if I go sign that affidavit today, then we go lost that case day. I'll be forget for put me property as collateral. I'll be for lost the property then where I get. I'll be for lost billions. But I took that risk. I was prepared to take that risk for my beloved country, Sierra Leone, because I believe, say, that was the right thing to do. And so I even draft some notes for the affidavit for help the lawyers them as they carve out the correct legal language what they need for we submission. Unfortunately, for we, the leader, any running mates, then get a different view and they overrule, and this is where we are today. So again, the state say if there be want for fight for electoral justice, for me, there are only two ways we can go about it. Both ways are not there. Waiting and praying and hoping that some divine intervention will take place. I don't think it will work. If you keep shifting the dates, they will come October 15, then they can't swear that in. Oh no, December, then they can't swear that in. Oh no, January, then they can't swear that in. Oh no, February, now I don't begin anymore June. How long can we be doing that to our people? It's unfair. And as leaders in this country, I think it's right. Let we stop for treat with people there in this way. We all make mistakes. We are human. We can make mistakes. We can take wrong decisions. And those decisions can come back to haunt us. It didn't happen. But when those things happen, let's own up. Let's own up. Let's take responsibility. And let's allow the system to move on. That is not happening now, and I think it is bad. And I want to call on Dr. Samura and his team. This is not an issue for go and cause people there. It's not an issue for go and continue for divide the party. Now is the time for make we all come together as a party. APC needs Dr. Samura very badly. He has served this country for over 40 years in very key positions. So he gets his own track record. He has been our leader for 2 consecutive elections. And therefore, the party don't sell up. The party don't make a public figure. The party don't make people that sabi him. In 2017, when they be nominated, the talk was you sabi him. Nobody knew him. If he just served this country for over 30 to 40 years, nobody knows sabi him. That speaks volumes about how he be done offer his service at this country. But the party, through its structures, don't help from make him popular. Now, all my sabia, not in our household name. But do you make it not exploit that opportunity where the party, for damage the party. The right thing I feel safe for do, that for allow the party forget the new lease of life and make the party move on in the best interest of the people.
Indeed, I think say APC personally, myself done the wonder say, when are we going to press that reset button and start planning for the future? Start trying to make sure that we are in the game, because if you always they look backward, how you they see waiting day before you. So on that note, I want to ask you, where to from here for the APC? Also, you see this party they go and how we go begin for moves so that we can position ourselves as the dominant party, as the party we're able for clinch that win at the polls and take on governance.
The registration verification process to go on. We'll get a new membership register for we party. The timetable for the lower level elections will come out. We will conduct the lower level elections by God's special grace in a free, fair, and transparent manner. At the end of that process, we will elect with flag bearer and presidential candidate, and that person, where I believe it will be Dr. Richard Konteh, will take concrete steps for bring everybody together, for make we work as one team for ensure victory for the APC. Just because somebody decide for contest for this race, don't make you an enemy. Now you write the exercise. After we don't get a leader, we all will rally behind that leader for fight for victory for we party. I see and read about people and they accuse me, say, oh, me they target Dr. Samura. No. Samura has been my boss. I have tremendous respect for him. I work under and at the Ministry of Finance for 2 years. So I sabi him. Himself sabi me very well. And I respect him. And I hope say himself respect me small. But believe it or leave it, I elect me APC past Dr. Samura. I elect me APC past even myself. And I elect me APC for make it day in power in this country. Because the APC don't demonstrate over the years for saying that the party of the masses, at the party of infrastructure development, at the party of human rights, at the party of fundamental freedoms, at the party in where they in power, every Sierra Leonean, they get a free, fair, and unfettered opportunity for actualize the potentials. Now the party where they make even the grassroots, then they see life. Now the party they make even business they flow. The country they sweet. All man they come in and out. Now the party where they in power, the president they come out in one inside Matoka, they drive around the city. I don't think say any indicator there of peace in the country past that. Now the country the way it be say the party where it they in power under President Kuruma, for example, you know they see policemen hold gun they pass in the street. And especially policemen where they under the influence of Kush. You see a hold gun. Hey, not a disaster for the country. That is the party I want back in my country. That is the party I want to lead. That is the party where we believe say we're able to restore hope to the Sierra Leoneans. Change is coming. And Dr. Richard Konteh will be that change for our beloved country, Sierra Leone.
Thank you so much, Dr. Konteh. We really appreciate your time with we today. We want to give some time to we panelists for come on for maybe the next 15 minutes. But before we bring we panelists on, we want to give one last minute or two for say goodbye to the audience and for giving any last words waiting on your mind for them.
No, I will always say, me people in Sierra Leone, change is coming. Dr. Richard Konteh, the Unifier, believes in a new beginning for Sierra Leone, believes in a new direction for Sierra Leone, believes in a change in the way of doing things for Sierra Leone. We get for restore Sierra Leone to a rightful place among the community of nations. We for stop for being the country where they become notorious only for the bad reasons. We will be a country again. We will be popular for the good reasons. We will be a country who we all will be proud of, the land that we love, our beloved Sierra Leone. Come, let's work together to build a better Sierra Leone. God be our helper.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Konteh, and God bless you. Now we want to take a few minutes for discuss with we panelists. We want to bring on Mr. James Hallowell. We've been introducing himself to earlier. We also want to bring on Mr. Usman Kamar. I believe, say there with we, so that INSEF can share some of his views. Mr. Hallowell, thank you for being on with us today. We don't hear some of within Dr. Konteh say, particularly with respect to the party and some of the things where they go on right now, the response to the alert where he raised with the party leadership over the counterterrorism bill, and the idea behind electoral justice, how the party don't handle and so far, waiting they go on. I want for Lewy just give your own thoughts on that. What's on your mind after listening to some of these things?
Yes, Mrs. Kaikan. You know, we doctor the talk. I want to try for plugging, but you know, a whole lot of the facts can come out that I get lost at some point. But just like how it tell you, now possibly believe for give people opportunity. I possibly believe for respect people and fundamentally human rights. And that bring come to this. Maybe Ingo don't forget about time. I remember where it developed it revised the NGO policy for Sierra Leone. Many organizations they criticize her because what they do, and not be able to give chance for everybody forget and that's what they review policy. You know, we will bring all the NGOs, but they do them by regions and by zones so that NGOs the way they operate within the regions and then zones and they will get an opportunity for can help for revise the policy. He was criticized, but Dr. Konteh never said a word. And he makes sure say he guide that process. He never answer to anybody until the process done. And he apologized to people and say, well, we not able to get that kind of opportunity for bring everybody on board. So now we'll make representation by zones, by district, so that people will be able to come on board and make sure say, at least when you talk, you not only they talk on your own behalf, you talk on behalf of your community, on behalf of the zone. And at the end of the day, that policy, I think, is 10 now in Sierra Leone they operate on. You see? So, I believe, say, na man way open to criticism and they accept her. And then they go after people and simply because they criticize her. And like you some other things that we make mention of. The last part, we talk about the kind of country we want to see back. And as I tell you, I'm in this Sierra Leone when the APC kind of power. I did it say 2011. But here are some few facts for substantiate the kind success way the party gets when they come back in power. 2007, the economic growth, 2007 to 2012, increased to 5.7%. And when them in the left power, they make sure see them get a detailed report of all their achievements them, where them put out there to the public, where the public see. Infrastructure development, roads, then work on the rehabilitated roads, then construct roads, water supply, they make sure say people, especially the one in the rural areas, then get access to water supply. And only meet up there, then get healthcare improvements. Now the first time where free healthcare for all, where even Britain and some other international donors them, they may get for cheaping and make sure say they support that free healthcare, especially that for make sure say we reduce the maternal mortality rate, and then they may bring some positive impacts. We see the anti-corruption efforts where they may lead, where the APC may lead at the time, and make sure say people and do the declaration of assets, even the president himself, you know. So a whole lot of things and the education reforms mean they, and like I tell you, peace and stability now me a huge thing where them build on from the Tijan Kaba regime to Anesco Umar regime, and then make sure say peace and stability mean they people don't mean the workouts gone, people don't mean they kill people indiscriminately, nobody no open fire upon protesters, and when they go protest for things away, they know for saying I mean the right things. Private sector development mean the Office of Diaspora was created, and people can come investment mean at the mining sector. These are some of the things where if you mean they follow development and you mean no, you mean they or you know they're not salon, but you there with the news, you will not say these are some of the achievements that Dr. Konteh they talk about. And at then kind here we want see in our society, young man them get jobs. A lot of young people when they can open up the reforms in the mining sector, that mining sector they be able to absorb a whole lot of young people and they get jobs and they use for make sure say they make economic gains. So that help for promote stability. Unlike when power can't change hands, unfortunately, things then go, in fact, not to back to the status quo, then go beyond the status quo. Hardship begin come, difficulty begin come, insecurity begin come, protests, and then begin open fire on people. So if you not possibly get sense you mean they follow, I guess now so you go one let's Sierra Leone. From there we keep move. And just like I don't tell we that in wants a Sierra Leone we go be prosperous for all. In wants a Sierra Leone we go be engaging for all. In wants a Sierra Leone we be for see people then go say them views without they not intimidate them, without they not harass them. But they will get an opportunity to move forward. I guess these are some of the things that we don't re-echo. Lord, take note of them.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Hallowell. Indeed. Mr. Usman Kamara, I want to bring you on and make you say hi to the audience, and then give me your own thoughts about within your year so far with we talk with Dr. Konteh. Anything where any impressions will you get from that day? Anything where surprise you? Anything where you want for re-emphasize?
Well, thank you. Our family on our do, telling all I do, and I glad the way I come on. Well, for our protest.
It looked like say Mr. Kamari get a little bit of difficulty with the internet, but I'm sure we go able for you from but me family one of the things and for me where I want for let me just not forget now the idea of this whole electoral justice. We know say we party right now. There's a big push for electoral justice, and by all means we for push for electoral justice because it not ever supposed to happen say when the people that express their voice through their votes now the poll that voice they for be muffled, that voice they for be muzzled, that voice they for be muted, that voice they for be censored. It not supposed for be that way they. But I want to make we realize something. One of the things that we, Dr. Konteh remind me of is that we've been get the opportunity for go court. We now go. The leadership of we party decides then they go court. Then we've been get the opportunity for put pressure or maybe even use Dande for draw attention to the plight of the voters of Sierra Leone and how their voice nor they be heard by using political action, by boycotting and even using demonstrations. We see in the beginning, we party begin with the boycotting, but then we all know say the leadership come back and can't tell them for go back, go participate. So waiting na the other way there now, where the rest of the party still they wait for electoral justice. We had better wake up and smell the coffee. We need for strengthen we party. We need for put we party in a position where we not only they contend, but we actually become the one where everybody else they contend with. That we they in the position of the forerunner, not to the one where they run for catch up. And for do that one day, Yeah, way Dr. Konteh we say it take a lot of planning, it take a lot of wisdom, and it take a lot of work on the part of we when are the supporter them as well as we leadership. But I want to see if Mr. Kamara able for come on again and can give a your own take on waiting not being your impressions for waiting the discussions we're hearing. Go ahead, Mr. Kamara.
Yeah, again, Valda, thank you for the opportunity again for able for this re-echo Doc say. My own perception about all of this, there's a statement says stupidity is knowing the truth, seeing the truth, but still believe the lie. So we all know waiting happen, and we all see waiting happen. So forget some of the comrades and we still believe in the propaganda. I don't know whose side and things here we they go. And Salon a law-abiding country. The opportunity, like what Dr. Richard say, that for going to court. Maybe not the only the Supreme Court of the land we get the right for overturn the election result. We get that opportunity, we miss them. The next one, that's civil disobedience. We try to do boycotting and they get encouraged again coming to governance again. And I don't know if somebody lie or then give them the promises or then give them for let them come back and get into governance. But we see how that result. Then we get the tripartite coming again. And that again come with the hope, say, something better could come that will implement the recommendations from the tripartite. We see how that they go. So me, I don't understand why people and things say there is still hope for Dr. Samora Kamara to become the president. I don't see who side and pull that. For me, my own perception, elections are over, and we did try as a party for come together again next year for select a flag bearer. We will be prepared for 2028 elections. And I believe say Dr. Richard Konteh are the right person. Get the experience, get the capacity, he done in governance, and he knows how to bring and unify the country back. So if you ask me perspective about the situation, we had the opportunity, we let it slide, you know. We had the opportunity, we let it slide. And it's like we're going after the 8 ball. We're behind the 8 ball. It's over. It's over. Let's move on. You see, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and don't have one than to have an opportunity and you're not prepared. So let's just take it very simple as a country, as a party. Let's prepare ourselves for the next set of elections coming up and let's stay focused. Because a distraction is an intrusion to cause confusion. So some people are distracted. And if they're in that distracted mode, trust me, the next election will come and we're still trying to find the pieces because they're distracted. So I just believe, say, let we just take it over now. It's 2025 in the next 3 years. Well, actually, next year, we'll have a flag bearer. So after that, we're campaigning for the next election. So I'm going to encourage all comrades, let we left this idea thinking that there is going to be any more, reinstatement and all that. We're done. We lost that opportunity. So let's prepare ourselves for the next election. And I believe, say, we get to make sure this time around we put the right candidate, we get the ability, the capacity, and the know-it-all for bring Sierra Leone together and unite the country and move it forward. So if you ask me, Valda, again, me fumble them, I just think, say, we just for galvanize ourselves now ready to move on as a party. Instead of daydreaming of what happened, let's forget the past. It's done, and let's keep moving forward. So again, when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. And we see what's in the going right now. There's no rejoicing. So that means the right party is not in power. So let's try to bring back the APC in the hem of Sierra Leone and bring back the glory days of Sierra Leone, where we have freedom and people able to enjoy their life and move forward as a nation in one unity, one Sierra Leone, freedom and justice for all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kamara. I want to bring Mr. Hallowell onto the stage and for ask you, Mr. Hallowell, what you go say to them when they go they talk, say, oh, look them. Now, then they try for, douse we hopes, then all and for let we continue for fit for electoral justice. Waiting electoral justice moving forward, because not a concept when a one-time concept. We know the electoral justice now something with an ongoing governance issue, and it speaks to the crux of what democracy is all about. But what you go say to them people, then we go talk say, oh look, then they try to tell we say, don't forget about 2023, but now we been winning election 2023.
Yes, indeed, 2023 don't pass. We don't litigate 2023 in several ways. But again, I mean, don't talk and I see the tripartite committee in work, being for don't seal that opportunity. What it do is still give it offer an opportunity for move forward. And how we get for move forward now. Now, for all we know the recommendations them, and we see how the recommendations, how they implement them, that SLPP not will rig the election for the future again. That me and you get for work now with the party. We prepare the party for 2028. Work with Dr. Konteh, work with the Unifier, put all the systems in place. Ensure the recommendations of the tripartite committee and implement them to the latter. So that people are not going to become disappointed, people are not going to become dismayed and negatively surprised by the actions of this government, how they plan to manipulate and twist future elections. We want for CC, the people in votes count. The people in elect a true leader. We want for CC, Dr. Konteh in efforts then bear fruits. And the guy talk him, he will be the next leader. He be the next leader. We go usher this country into a new beginning, into a country where inside the rights of people then will be guaranteed, inside people will get things for it, inside job opportunity then go there, inside gone not go be the order of the day again. Instead, we go put them behind. Peace and stability go be guaranteed. We get investors that we go come for help Sierra Leone move forward. Education, development, we go see them back, not to for day and this kind of we have the country this so that people even forgetting for it's not problem. You know, and then where are the jobs created? What are the single institutions where this government don't create, where they no say now them take them from the beginning, where and come up, and they don't left that kind of a mark. No, you know they. You know they. It's all about radical inclusion. I don't even understand what's this radical inclusion. I don't really understand this theory, the policy of radical inclusion, how it counts. It kind of scary. We country there in a mess. And Dr. Konteh, they offer hope. Lord, we see him say, and not the only offer, but in the hope, in the light, in the change. So, Lord, we come around that. Forget about 2023. We don't want a system who can destabilize Sierra Leone, that even 2028 is not able to happen. Because if you say now you can't pull Madabio for bringing Samuel Kama, it go more. So we don't want Nandi. We want whatever we do, the democracy we want, it go in an atmosphere of peace and tranquility. Usai, the ordinary man in own vote will count. And that kind of things I do, they look not to for come, pull somebody who don't entrench himself in power now. We believe say one use the ballot box. And Unifier, just like I'll tell now the name. With the unify people, will they bring everybody come together and make sure so we take this election seriously. We gather jealously for make sure see whichever vote will get a count and they leave it to victory. Not to for can use gun and other means for forcefully remove somebody in a power we not go down well. It's so many quarters of the population. I don't think say now electoral justice and the electoral justice now for use the opportunity for make sure so we get free and fair elections will be conducted in 2028. Electoral justice now for use the legal means they were available to we and make sure say we use them for make sure say we promote and push democracy for go before. I really want if you they out there, you the please not about see ECOMOG they come for can destabilize Sierra Leone, you begin gladi. If that thing happen, who knows? Something you know we be able to survive, and you know go on that. Please, you know drink, so we know want make you check. Let we take time and use common sense, focus over vision, mind over matter, for make sure see we push with democracy, we consolidate them and give the right people them the right chance and opportunity for make them in power. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. James. Indeed, the tripartite committee, they actually left we a legacy of waiting we can use for ensure this electoral justice where so many seem for be hung up on. Like I say, electoral justice not a one-time issue, now an ongoing governance issue. And we tell the tripartite committee thanks for the work we then do and for the fact that then give we then 80 recommendations there when if nothing more now a starting point for make we ensure electoral justice. 2023, nobody not say we agree say the election was free and fair. We all know say it wasn't free and fair. However, we're in 2025, and next year, just know, we party need a leader. We party need a flag bearer candidate. It's about time we wake up and let we begin walk toward that one day. At the same time, continue for fight for electoral justice, because when we continue that fight day, now inside the beginning of toward the ending of 2026, and the final manifestation will be 2028 when we actually go to the polls for elect another president. So let we watch electoral justice from the lens where they benefit the country, not from the lens where they benefit a few, not from the lens where they possibly bring chaos to the country. Because like Mr. Hallowell say, if for true ECOMOG come for can pull Madabio, una fi say that man they go sit on, so there's no way he's going to do that. No way. And when I feel say in 2 terms, in order to make friends with certain people, we go come to a rescue. Now war. Now we they look for now the country on a peace. Sometimes it better for let we use wisdom, let we use the available legal channels where we get, let we use the ballot box for establish this electoral justice. Now plead no more with the plead to we as APCians, because we party need for getting act together. The challenge way day before we, not a picking challenge. We don't hear how Dr. Konteh point out to we on many different occasions where people there, now the current ruling party, don't make it clear, say there's no way the leader will hand over power to APC. Not to hand over what they ask for. Where they ask for free and fair elections, where they ask for electoral justice at the ballot in 2028. That is it. We're not ask for handover of power, but for let we reach that point day, say we go able enter that election day with the confidence for no say now we are the front runners. We for don't begin plan from yesterday. We're not for wait stay to mark or Pawi, and then we're not ready. So we end this show now today, and we want to tell you all thank you for una day with we. We want to tell you thank you for una share the link. And we want to invite you back for car with we next week, where we will continue for bring the Unifier hour to una every Saturday, 9 p.m. Salon time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you, everybody. Have a great week, and let God give you all what we look for in this world.